Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you sharing the space with me, for taking some time out of your day. It means a lot, really. I'm happy that we can both do this today. Let's read something worth saying before we get right into it. The human mind tends to believe that once it names a thing, it knows it. This is the smugness of egoic knowledge. Every single time, like, I wish it wasn't so relevant every time I read these. Hello, Kiki. Hello, Leafy. Mush, mush, mush. Mush, 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 mush. Because today, like, I was reading some old comments, if you will, on yesterday's stream, and someone mentioned something about how can you preach if you're just smoking weed or something like that? And I'm like, bro, I'm not preaching at all. I'm just communicating. And then this, just a reminder again. Like, this is literally just our egoic knowledge, trying to find some certainty, some clarity, some resonance out there in the universe. And we come together to share that potential egoic knowledge. We don't know. We cannot know. But we can know that we love one another. As I love you, Edmund, and as I love you, Kira. Thank you for joining us, my beloved friends. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How's life been treating you? Oh man, it's been interesting. My title for today is How Much Have We Forgotten? How much have we forgotten? I'm not sure which one it is, the Upanishads or the Vedas or one of those, but at the end of that entire text, after you've read everything, after you've looked into all of this spiritual insight, it ends the text off with, I remember. Just, I remember. And that I remember is something that some of you friends will know as well. It's a very surreal remembering that I remember. It's an understanding, a recognition, a feeling into again to something that you've always known was there. You've just ignored it. Kiki is chewing on something dead again. I'm gonna have to chase her away when she comes in transit with me. She's gonna stink. The problem with that remembrance is the fact that there is also, in the same hand, the remembrance of all of the painful things that have happened, Like, imagine and think for a second of all of the painful things that have happened in your life, just for as long as you've lived. All of the things you've experienced, all of the things that have happened to you, especially the traumatic stuff and how scary, how bad that can be. Now imagine all of human suffering, the collective human suffering over X amount of million years that our civilization survives. Like, just imagine how much potential, experience that is. Both hurtful and positive experience in our egoic way of seeing it. And there is this game that's played. Maybe we're playing it ourselves. Maybe we're choosing to participate. Maybe it's being played on us. But we're forgetting. We forget so much. We forget things in society as well. We make the same mistakes. We start to practice new ways of thinking, but we still bring our old ways of doing with that. It's the crux of the problem. I'm sorry, I'm already getting too deep into it. Love to you, Kira. Right back to you. Wait, so doesn't that mean your name has no meaning? Meltmore. No, not exactly. Meltmore means a bunch of things to me. First and foremost, one of the shortest way to say what melt more means. Melt more means relax, right? It's a feeling, it's a space, it's a understanding of relaxing, of calming down, of melting more into being. That's the thing I say to myself sometimes. Just melt more into being. Relax into being, melt into being. Let yourself become as goo on the substrate that is life, and just grow, dude. And then there is, the whole mantra thing I can get myself into. I want to do more, I want to see more, I want to feel more, I want to share more, I want to understand more, I want to listen more, I want to love more, I want to give more, I want to help more, I want to communicate more, I want to melt more. It means a bunch of things to me, my friend, and the more we do, the more it means to me as well. I had this little song I sang to myself of the Meltmore name today as I was busy. Hey, Len, thank you for joining us. Len, it's so nice to have you. Thank you for the Ally Award. I appreciate that so much. Thad Niner is here again. It's been a while, my friend. Thank you for joining us. He says, hello, Melton friends. I hope everyone is having a good day. Hope yours having a good one as well. I ran into Vincent in another stream this morning. He sends regards to everyone. Thank you, Edmund. I hope he's getting some sleep at least. It's been a while since we've seen him as well. Give that stinky girl a bath. She gets bathed every day, Lynn. Literally every day. She just does not have any chill. She just doesn't understand that there is this correlation between her getting herself dirty and stinky and her getting washed. Or maybe she just doesn't care. Like, she won't mind going into the shower with you, but don't you dare get her under the water. She's digging holes. Kiki! Kiki! She's digging holes in our grass. Kiki! No. Stop. Stop doing that. Oh, let her do her thing. What is this feeling? Is acceptance again. Submitting. Yes. Surrender. That's the word. To surrendering, my friends. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that award. How are you doing? Profound question. Are we able to know what we've forgotten if it's been forgotten? The crazy thing about forgetting things is the fact that you can remember that you've forgotten something. That's also another one, infamous one. How about that? I can remember that I've now forgotten something. So there is neural pathways for you to recognize the fact that you've forgotten something, but you can't recognize the actual neural pathway of the thing you want to remember. I wonder if that state of forgetfulness, having forgotten something, is something that is more default, base level, and then you refer back to that. Like, I'm trying to think in programmer like terms, or like code, the way that code would interact with itself. If forget, then it just activates this feeling of, I've forgotten something, walking into a room and not knowing what it is you walked into the room for. But then, like, since you have forgotten that thing, that's the thing as well, infamous one. You completely forget that thing that you wanted to do until you get that re-stimulation of the thing that prompted you to do that thing in the first place. Let's say you got up from your computer to go and get yourself something to eat. And then you walk into the kitchen and someone is in the kitchen and you start to talk to them. And because they're in the kitchen, you either don't feel like, getting something to eat in that moment because you don't want to be seen eating something or whatever. Maybe I'm projecting now, my own biases. Or on the other hand, you're like, you just get into the conversation and then you ended up going back to your room. And then you're in your room and you're like, what? Didn't I do, wait, like, and then you feel hungry again and then, kunk. You remember that pattern of I'm hungry gets fired in your brain, and you stand up and you go to the kitchen again to get yourself something. So even though you have completely forgotten your initial thing that you wanted to do, the pathway, the possibility for that remembrance is still very much present within your mind, right? You just have to get to the point where you now reactivate that pattern. Oh no. I'm getting information about how you reactivate said patterns, and a lot of them are intense. All of them are intense. I guess it comes with it though. Mm. And the interesting about activating those patterns, however you do it, be it through tantric meditation, be it through chanting, be it through prayer, be it through psychedelics, be it through breath work. Interestingly enough, when you get into that space, that like conscious space, and that those patterns get reactivated, if you will, if inside of your mind, be it your mind or be it your spiritual being, recognizing itself. Let's not get too deep into that. But while you're doing that, there is this way that you can lose exactly what you were saying. Okay, forgetting. No, no. Oh, okay. Yes, I've gotten it again. You see, it was trying to escape me. So, then, like, while you're in this state, while you're doing this thing, be it meditation, be it in a psychedelic state of mind, you have again access to this information. This information becomes almost unignorable in some ways. It becomes very present, you're becoming very aware of that information again as well. And then once you exit your meditation, you stop your prayer, you stop your breath work, you like the chemical that you took works it's like way out of your body. Then because there is no longer the firing of those patterns, the activation of those potential neural pathways, there is also the lack of that information. But the information is not lost. That's the thing, the information is not lost. It's still there. It's just about trying to access it and keeping that access. That's the real thing. Keeping that access. I love you all. We love you, Infamous One. Thank you for the silver, my friend. We all suffer the karma of bad decisions. I do not believe in karma exactly. Because just karma on its own kind of leaves a potential for you to be a victim. But yeah, that's just in my opinion. No, you indeed. And we all fight, but what for? We don't all fight, my friend. Here we try to at least, stop the fighting. Airborne Army guy. Good morning to you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing, dude? How have you been? I think I saw you streamed 4 days ago. I've been thinking a lot about the singing bowls, dude. Like a lot. And especially after Alan Watts said something that really resonated with me as well, where he was talking about how there can be potential consciousness in everything. And the way that he was explaining it was he took a gong and he just hit this gong. So technically this gong is made off of like a metal, right? This metal is just this arrangement of molecules. So in the same way that this metal is this arrangement of molecules, you can also have the same for a crystal, for example. And you can then cut a shape out of this crystal or this metal, or shape this metal in a way. You hit it, you have this interaction with it, and then it makes this resonating noise, and you have to be a being with ears to be able to perceive this. But maybe that level of being, of doing, of that noise, that frequency that thing puts out into the universe, be it your singing bowl, be it a gong, is its consciousness projecting out into the universe. And us being able to hear that is like listening to that consciousness, receiving that consciousness. And yeah, it makes me want to get a singing bowl even more. Yes, I want one now. I'm here. Hey, Katie, thank you for joining us, my beloved friend. How are you doing? So much love being shared. Thought, hey there, buddy. Space. Peace from Malaysia. Peace to you, Cooler Daniel. The more Cooler Daniel. Just imagining, the third slide now. What would the more Cooler Daniel look like? The Cooler Daniel just has a pair of shades. Maybe the more Cooler Daniel will have like a badly drawn joint that's like smoking, like face tattoos or something, I don't know how to make someone even cooler. I don't know how to be cool myself. If I figure it out, maybe I'll have an answer. I was recently doing some breathing exercises, and the trainer said, lean into it. What's that? That's what we should do with life. Absolutely, my friend. My brother. I like your name. Brother. brother. Just lean into it. Push away nothing. Accept everything. The problem is we only want to lean into the things that are nice. You know, and you can't lean and not lean at the same time. Like, I'm imagining this leaning now, almost as if life could be visualized as this beautiful sphere, you know, and you could just like lay into, like a hug, like into this sphere. Sometimes life is, you know, very warm and cuddly, and it receives you so softly, and then sometimes it can be prickly and spiky, and it can hurt, right? And this sphere like oscillates between the soft and warm and the hard and spiky. And if you retract yourself completely because you're scared of the spiky feelings, then you're not going to be able to appreciate or feel the good feelings either, because now you have separated yourself from this, which is separation. Isn't only something that makes life harder for yourself, but it's also something that takes away a lot of the enjoyment of it. Dan, it's so nice to have you here, my friend. I've been thinking about you, man. Busy couple of days and many more busy days ahead as I approach this move. Dude, yeah, it's about time. Ooh, Dan is moving to New York. You must be so excited, man. My dog is getting a spa day today. He doesn't know yet. Does he like spa days? Like, I'm guessing he's gonna go to, washers. Oh, man. I have some tension in my neck, it seems. Spa day for Doges. I need a spa day myself, Katie. Damn it. I wish I could accompany your dog. She probably enjoys the daily spa treatment. Smart girl. That sounds amazing. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right, Lynn. Maybe that is it. She's just bigger brain than all of us. Man, been busy. Is he going to be mad? I don't think so. I hope no. No, he's going to be happy. I'm happy to hear that. Morning, Toasty. So nice to have you here, my friend. Chats says something profound, Estienne. Yeah, good information. And I love it. I catch my inner monologue going, good information sometimes after watching these streams. Dude, that's what I feel as well. Like, that's, again, you could say good information, but to like reduce it even more, it's just love is true, right? Good information, you find in that information that love is true, whatever that information may be. And I appreciate you bringing some good information as well, dude. I'm like gonna see if I can catch the Globama comment before I read it. Sunny, thank you for the silver. I appreciate that. Airborne. He's saying hi to Toasty. I just sit and listen when he goes on the profound rants. Infamous one. I'm so happy you enjoy it as well. Like the I won't call it profound. I'll just call it rants. Like, it's just okay. Like, I see this sliver, this little path opening up in my mind. Let's see where it leads. And then suddenly I'm like, it's, instead of it being a path, it's just like a door with no bottom on the other side. I'm like, oh, I'm falling. I'm falling and I can't get up because I've not hit the ground just yet. Back. How do I push myself to be motivated today? How does one do that? Pushing yourself to be motivated. I mean, start small, I think, Katie. I mean, you have your hand in your hand in your phone. You have your phone in your hand. So you've pushed yourself to reach out and take that phone. So maybe step 2 is like sitting upwards. Okay, just sitting upwards, back slouched. Step 3 is straightening your back. I mean, you can put your phone down if it helps, but then step 4 would be raising your hands above your head, flexing. And if that doesn't help, then I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, that helps for me. Like when I feel I don't want to get up, just doing that, like just in the first thing, and then I wake up as well, just raising my hands above my head, it helps. Try it. Try it. Maybe it helps, Katie. Let us know how you feel if you tried. And then I have to push. Maybe rest is best today. If I don't, it will be noticed, and I'll be confronted about it. Who are you going to be confronted by, my friend? I hope not your soon-to-be no longer significant other. I'm a Chad type, Daniel. Okay. So like the more cooler Daniel would be Chadish. Okay, so now I'm just imagining him with the jawline. So like just Photoshop the Squidward jawline, handsome Squidward jawline that is, onto the cooler Daniel. I'm also, I can't help, because of r/memes. I don't know what his name is. The Ultra Chad, and then the 12 FPS like slideshow of Ultra Chad. Yeah, I'm seeing it. Thank you for letting me know, my friend. How does it feel to be white in South Africa? I don't know. I don't know what it feels like to be not white in South Africa. I don't really heed too much attention to my color. I feel like that is, at least in my opinion, one of the most fundamental things that I've had to get across. Oh, I'm a human being. Oh, I have hands and limbs and eyes and nose and ears and a mouth. Okay, cool. I eat food. Nice. I happen to have skin. Interesting. And then all of the rest came. People that still get stuck on the whole skin thing. I feel maybe you have the maturity of like a 5-year-old or something. Just being mildly spicy by the heel. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining us again. Confrontation from someone's opinion. Who matters? I'm thinking the same thing, actually. I'm happy you're asking as well. Search Reddit for no 0 days. That seems a little bit sus, but maybe try it. Maybe try it. Also, do you like milk tea or herbal tea? I don't think I drink any herbal tea, so I'll have to go with milk tea, Daniel. How about you, friend? Infamous. I'm not sure if it does as much as it once did, but I'll always feel like I'm not doing enough. Hey, Katie, you're here, my friend. We're not expecting you to do anything other than you're doing right now. And if we can be that for you, try to be that for yourself as well. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but you deserve to have a little bit of off time for yourself as well. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling not up to it, if you have to push yourself or literally drag yourself out of bed to the point where you're just miserable throughout it as well, then take a day for yourself. This is something that really makes me happy again. Like, we have Dan in chat now. Dan now works at a company that gives you unlimited sick days. Paid sick days. Or is it? No, I think it's unpaid, right, Dan? That's unpaid, Mel. Okay, thank you, sorry. You do get paid sick days, I think, but you also get unlimited sick days. So, you don't feel good? You stay in bed. No worrying, no worrying about spending your days or worrying about not having emergency days if something bad happens. Literally robbing yourself of life because you're literally living in fear. No. You want a sick day? You have sick day, dude. You chillax. You stay at home. You eat ice cream. You cry a little bit. Watch something funny. Feel a little bit better. Take a nice hot shower. Smoke a joint. Take care of yourself a little bit. You deserve it, my friend. Oh, we have Chow here. Hello. Oh, he stunk. You stunk, Kiki. Oh man, whatever she had in her mouth now is on my pants. Oh, getting wrecked. Chow with the counter argument, leaning into only nice things because you only have so much time to live, and the non-nice things happen anyway. That's also a good way of seeing it. You see, that the thing for me is like I'm a very visual thinker. I, I have these vivid imagery in my head, and then I try and use language to explain whatever it is I'm seeing in my mind. And then again, that feeling of leaning into, like I'm just imagining life as this entity, this thing, and just like falling right into it, just like slowly melting into it, instead of being completely apart from it. Like, yeah, that looks fun, but it looks overwhelming as well. And I'm like, yeah, it is, it is crazy. Come join us. I mean, that's we're still here, right? Right in life. Our default state is flying at thousands of kilometers per hour through space. Faster than any car you've ever ridden, any spaceship that ever flew on the planet, any super train, infinitely faster. Kiki! She's pulling on the chairs and stuff. Yeah, our default state is chaos. Nothing is normal, if you will. You are doing enough. Some days are super energy days where everything gets completed, and some need to be quiet, smoking a bowl and thinking, damn, I agree completely, Infamous One. I'm so happy that you're backing me, if you will. I feel like leaning into the shitty stuff is liberating. When I'm resisting the shitty parts of life, it becomes exhausting and defeating because I can't handle it. When I lean into it and accept it, I feel less responsible for the shittiness. That's a great point, Dan. Wow, that's a really good point. So the way that I'm interpreting what Dan just said is that if you don't lean into the hard parts, the shitty parts of life, if you don't do that, you're going to be unprepared when even more shit comes. You're not going to be equipped to deal as well as you would have been able to if you just dealt or leaned into the rest of the stuff. And then 2, you're also taking some power back for yourself instead of just accepting things as they are again. Instead of just being like, oh, these bad things are happening and I'm also just going to contract away completely, then you have 2 things to feel bad about. Kiki! Relax, it's a belief. I had a windshield on this, the chairs, as also was reflecting a little bit of light back, and Kiki has now made it her play area. She pulled it off completely and she's shaking the stuff. Man, I feel Kiki is boot camp for having kids one day. Oh, you think this is bad, do you? Do you hear her? She's literally just pulling on this thing now. She's an actual monster. You can just see the camera shaking as well. Kiki. Please. I literally played with her as well again. So much today. To the point where she is exhausted, where she doesn't have the energy to play for a second longer without being completely out of breath. And this chaos monkey, it just continues. Guys, I'm getting colder and smells like fall. I'm excited. I'm so happy to hear that. You can smell again as well, Lane. I don't know if you lost your smell, but I'm guessing you're completely COVID free at this point as well. Sending you good vibes, man. I hope you have an absolutely amazing fall and winter, I'm guessing. Lane, I love fall. It's so cozy. It makes me miss my family though. How far is your family away, Katie? I already have decorations out. Christmas decorations, Infamous One? I hope Halloween decorations or something. Because if you have Christmas decorations, Infamous One, then me and you're gonna have a serious talk. I wish I could do the same for Texas. Texas is probably just hot AF right now. Fall is the best. I get melancholy feel too, though. For me, it's a matter of feeling into and observing every moment, whether it's good or bad, but leaning slash feeding into the moments that I want to really interact with and grow the good stuff. Okay, so I like that as well. And I feel like in a lot of ways that is how I'm trying to approach things as well, is a general sense of neutrality. So, and again, the sphere of life analogy, instead of going all the way and jumping directly into the sphere, there is like you stand very close to it, maybe like face to face to the sphere, and then when you notice there is Hiki, she wanted to play ball with her now. When you notice there is something good coming, and you can see the sphere starting to change into the soft gooiness, then you can hit your face, push your face right up against it, if you will, and then you can be observational. I do believe that you're still going to maybe, in some ways, miss some of the experiences, the fullness of the experiences. But I also believe there is some balance and maturity that you have to hold around it. And I'm thinking about loss, since that is something I've been trying to deal with, especially as of late. Like losing my grandma and my grandpa this year. Kiki. Kiki. And how there is a lot to be felt with those happenings, and I can completely become distraught and almost throw my life away in grief. But that's also not the thing that I believe is going to be good for my life. So it's something that I have to choose. Kiki, give me some spice, Kiki. Thank you. Freaking ball play now. Ball now? Play ball now. Why you not play ball? No. No, Kiki. Like, this to her is just playing. Oh, he's pushing me away. Must mean he's very into me playing ball right now. No. Kiki. Oh. Ball's on my lap now. Stanks. Where did the ball go? Kiki? What's the ball? Yeah. So my bias is some speeds, like a few seconds worth maybe at most. September 1st is Halloween time for me. Yeah, okay, at least it's Halloween. I straightened my back, lol. There we go, that's something. Fall is for sure my favorite, but it's not the same here as where I lived in Connecticut. How much has it changed? Is it just warmer right now, Edmund? I feel how you say good morning to us, even though it's dinner time where you are. I'm happy you appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, it very much is. Oh, well, it's getting close to dinner time right now. It's 20 minutes to 5 p.m. And thank you for joining me nonetheless. Imma, good morning to you, friend. Good morning to you. Straight in line immediately to Katie. Ooh, we have one day in chat. Was in chat like 12 minutes ago. Thank you for joining us, my friend, and for giving me the silver. Infamous. Like to do Pilates. It made my body feel like it's not gonna break anymore. Fall is upstate. New York to northern regions, gorgeous. Guess who's here, Darcy? She's like still looking for the ball. What's the ball? She's not a very good sniffer dog. Like, we can all agree on that. But she is adorable when she tries to. We have the gob himself. He says, Gooby Gooby, Ooby Oob, stopping by to say hi. Hey, my friend, thank you for joining us. How are you doing? Oh, Kiki is potentially good. No, she's not. In my hometown, we have the Fall Foliage Festival to celebrate the leaves changing color. That sounds amazing. Do you go to a place like Central Park or something where a bunch of the leaves are changing? Oh, hello, lovelies. Milk tea is great and all, but how do you feel about, okay, milk steak garnished with jelly beans? Milk steak garnished with jelly beans. Milk steak. What's milk steak? Poopsie. Is it steak cooked in milk? Maybe I'll still try that, but the garnishing and jelly beans is where you have me concerned. I haven't reached that levels of high just yet, dude. Clearly need to get into dabs as well. The absolute best. Edmund Inc. when you're in CT again, Connecticut, I'm guessing. LMK. Let me know, I'm guessing. Only if it's served on a bed of swagger. Dad, lol. You what? I'm happy I'm not the only one, dude. I posted a picture of where I'm chilling today with my open schedule. I have the time to do whatever I want during the day. Yeah, lad. Fuck yeah, dude. I hope you get to exercise, practice a little bit, maybe record some things, maybe tune into the streams every now and then, even for a little bit. I'm so happy you get to have a little bit of an open schedule, man. Do share with us. You have unlimited vacation days in my job. The sick days being paid are a given. There we go. How sick is that? That's the way it's supposed to be. Don't trap your employees. Hopefully hopefully sometime soon. Yo, sign me up. Yeah, Toasty knows, dude. Exactly. You're literally unlimited vacation tab. That would be dope, Edmund. No kidding. Stank Kiki. Oh my goodness. It must really stink. It's like she knows she is a stink, but like she does this thing where she gets something dead and then she buries it for like a few days and then she digs it up again and then she rolls in it and stuff. And she does this thing where she has it in her mouth and then she hits the side of her face with it as well. Like, I know I'm getting a bunch of bacteria as well, just like breathing the smell in. Maybe that's gonna make me stronger, faster, better. Maybe it will, help me defend myself against some random disease sometime, some point in my life. Who knows? What country is this? Asking for a friend. This is America. Well, I mean, look how you. I'm gonna continue. Just letting you know, every odd number has an E in it. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know, Cooler Daniel. That is one gnarly wardrobe you got going on. That I 100% dig it. Thank you very much, Psycho Brainiac. It's comfortable, that's my prerequisite for clothing. Is it comfortable? Yes, no. What's D, Kiki? What's the thing is D? What's D? What's the thing is, what a goal cry? Huh? What a goal cry? What a goal cry? Tiger Brainiac, it's nice to have you here again, dude. I believe you're Katie's friend. It's nice to have you, man. What country and sector? Asking for my fucking self. South Africa and Limpopo sector, I guess. Not ours, John, not ours. Dr. Stone IRL. Dr. Stone is that intelligent anime character that just makes things out of nothing. I think that's Dr. Stone. Thank you very much, evolving teenager. I appreciate your praises and love, but I am not close to being big brain enough to do shit like that. Kiki, you. I've done yoga since I was 17. I never tried Pilates, but I always wanted to. I have no idea what the difference is. To me, they're just words basically. Pilates, yoga. I become a lot more accepting of the shitty parts of life. Infamous, it has made me feel stronger, especially when I have no energy from being depressed. I'm happy that you found something, Katie. I mean, that's what's most important. Affectionate Fox, hello to you, friend. Kiki, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Kom eens. I mean, it's can't be that fun, but she loves it so much. Even the government sector, bro, the typical Indian government job, races now a race down the shittier, the shitter. Only benefit they have left now is you can get away with being lazy and not doing the work you were hired to do. Yeah, government 101, right, child? Yeah, and you're like, we do serve essential, public functions, but also don't do your job. This job that you're like essentially needed to do. The thing is, well, most of the government jobs can be replaced by computers, the public and their smartphones, and contract work. Like making it contract work, one, would drive quality of service up, because if you don't deliver a good service, then you don't get work. It will keep, or give rather people the power, individuals the power to decide which contractor they hire as well. And then on a third level, we will basically be freeing up hundreds of millions of dollars of employee money, of these government spendings, and we will also be cutting out the potential corruption. People are still going to have access to those accounts. It's difficult, but it's possible. Give the power to the people. Give the power to the people. Let's see, Kiki. You've seen her, Bob. You've seen her, my friend. She's the spunky poppy. We're really living in a dystopia. Have some little things to cling on to, but the same being though just hanging to it. Yeah, resisting shittiness in my life is like trying to stop the sun from rising. It's a waste of your time and energy. Absolutely, Dan. And it's not only a waste of your energy and time, but you're also now unaware and in fear or hiding of the rising sun. Instead of being absolutely awe-inspired by, oh, look at this beautiful sunrise, you're like, damn it, the sun came up. Let me go and hide somewhere, put a blanket over my head so I don't see it. It's like the choosing, which one do you want to go into? My 30-year love affair with cannabis and LSD helps me deal with this shit. I'm happy that it's been working for you, Chris. I'm also happy that you're telling me how long you've had this love affair for. I am just meeting, just starting my relationship, if you will. But it has been one that has served me, especially marijuana. It just allowed me to calm down in so many aspects and talk instead of argue. This helps so much. I hope your kids don't eat and roll in stinky things as thank you, slag. Just a casual. I mean, like I wanna put my kids somewhere where they will have to play in like the mud and stuff. And I'll have to get a dog as well. And I can just see Kiki running up to my kids and licking their faces or something after chewing something dead. Just get super babies. I know it's not the same country, but I feel you, trust me. Yeah, that's just the way it is in the world right now, slag. I live in America. The company is a startup in New York City that is owned by a fairly progressive thinker, hence our progressive employment policies. That's the way it's supposed to be. And that company is going to thrive because of that as well. That's the coolest part about it, Dad. Slag, where are you from again? Sorry, I forgot. You brown too. I've never heard someone ask that question before. Thank you, Joe, for enlightening me, dude. For the most part, my taste and smell are back. A couple months ago, yeah. I'm happy to hear that, my friend. Lane, you got COVID. He did. He did, yeah. And I remember him saying that he had some troubles with his smell and taste. That's awesome. Working in startups can be so rewarding and a lot of fulfilling hard work too if you love the core of the company. Yeah, and Dan has been working very hard as well. Like he's been absolutely slaying. I'm so proud of him. Get him, get Dr. Bob. Don't encourage her, my friend. She has, like, as you say it, here she is again with her ball. I was just thinking that you've had enough of me. I want to kind of hide this from you again. So I'm going to pretend to throw it and then hide it underneath my scarf. So I've told you now, so there's no deceit happening, right? Okay. Oh! Like she ran. She's still running. Okay, now she stopped. Yeah, I feel kind of bad. But okay. I'm like 11 minutes behind, so I don't have the time. Starts hitting everyone with his nose. Starts fighting with the vacuum cleaner. I have to get going. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Lane, it was nice to have you here, my friend. My dog starts to out when he gets, soon as he gets back from his walk. He is so hyper. Oh, now I get it. Aren't they wonderful though? Like seeing that energy and almost being involved with that energy can be something that's very rewarding as well. Love you, Lane. Let's chitter chatter soon. There we go. What language can you speak, Estian? I can speak Afrikaans and English, cha. What language can you speak? Have a great day, Lane. What I find quite shocking in the US is the amount of vacation time they don't get. I get 10 weeks paid leave a year here in the UK. 10 weeks. That's almost 2 full months. It's more. What? It's more. It's like 2.5 months. That's sick, dude. Very good for you. I'm so happy to hear that, Chris. That's the way it's supposed to be, dude. I mean, oh well, it's not that bad. I mean, 2.5 months a year that you actually get to spend vacation. Have paid vacation. That's pretty stonks, I must say. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. It could be more. 3 months, 1/4 of your time at least you have for yourself. But it's close to it, so I'll be quiet. Well, Connecticut actually has a fall. Texas is just hot, and then all of a sudden it's winter. Yeah, that's how it's here as well, unfortunately. I think like the Texas and South African weather do align pretty closely. Epona, thank you for the love, my friend. I appreciate that so much. Y'all don't have winter. Last year was just global warming at play. We had winter here as well. Like, even though global warming is at play, our winter was pretty cold. Like, it was so cold that it froze a bunch of things and it killed them. Like, our avo tree lost maybe a meter and a half worth of branches because of the cold. A friend I met who lives in Holland visited last weekend. We talked about the fun similarities between Dutch and Afrikaans. He compared Afrikaans to a kind of speaking Dutch. It's a cutesy way, maybe. It made me lol. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I kind of like that, and I do in ways agree. Like, Afrikaans is a little bit softer, cutesy in that way as well than Dutch would be. But it's also very direct in the way that German can be as well. But I think maybe Dutch is a lot like that. Oh, I like that. Thank you for letting me know that, actually. That's so cool, Toasty. Kiki just passed the fuck. What up? It's insane. It's so nice to have you here, my dude. How are you doing? I was thinking about you. I was actually talking about you yesterday as well, man. Sending you good vibes, dude. I know, dude. Great stream. Yeah, I think like Sensei actually did a Q&A stream last night or like a while ago. Shush, we have to convince ourselves we have more than just one season, or it's just more depressing. Please just let me keep my 2 seasons. It's bad enough that we don't have 4. Hi Melt and Peeps. Hey Darkly. It's nice of you to join us, my friend. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How has life been? Has it been fair? Edmund, good day. That all the time that New York seasons are like 2 months of nice weather and that's it. And then the rest of it is, spent inside of air conditioning. I just saw this. I'm in Chicago and now I'm a white girl, but I'm 39. So I'm really just watching the world burn in front of me in such a short period of time. Like I said, it's not the same, but everyone is mad. Oh yeah. Yeah. Growing up into this world as you're like watching it fall apart, something that was interesting to me as well. And like we've gone through multiple apocalypses, as a generation. We've experienced a few recessions, we've experienced now a global pandemic, we experienced the whole 2000 world is gonna end, all of the computers are gonna stop because they can't roll over. We experienced the whole Mayan calendar end of the world thing, and this is just in my generation. Like whack shit has just been happening. Like, what does that do to our consciousness? How does that change the way we view this world? It's been weird. Like, I'm not surprised depression is at an all-time high. I'm not surprised that I was extremely depressed for the longest time. It's hard to be happy when you look at the state of things sometimes. You're like, what? Excuse me, what? What's going on exactly? Oh, man. And yet here we are, still loving one another, choosing to. Milk steak is a nice sirloin steak, hard-boiled, hard-boiling steak in milk, garnished with jelly beans. The recipe is courtesy of Charlie Kelly. I don't know who Charlie Kelly is, so that part of the joke doesn't hit Dan. Oh, but you talking about hard boiling a steak, that's that part, my brain does not approve. It's like, no. No. That sounds, yeah, it's supposed to, Apona, I'm pretty sure. I find this very interesting, actually. That is pretty interesting. The fact that all odd numbers contain E's. E! The all-powerful E it is. In any dish on the planet could ever be unholy, that would be the one. Thank you, Pona. Kiki got bigger, eh? Kiki is almost grown, dude. Kiki is almost a grown-ass dog at this point. Like, she is amazing. Like, watching her grow and watching her become herself, if you will, has just been a blessing to watch. Yeah, Kiki got some chubs on her. She's actually pretty chubby, you're very right. Like when she lays down on her back, like her tummy has some bulging. Like she's definitely curvy. 10 weeks, the average employer gets 10 weeks. Holy crap, yeah, it is pretty impressive, right, Darkly? And hello, Toasty, Chub, Kiki Tubby. Dr. Stone is so good. He uses science, not out of nothing. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But the way that he made, I think it was a fizzy drink or something. Like, the stuff that he makes does not work practically. If you actually understand science. Man, I feel like I'll stop. Yeah, it's an anime, Mel. It's an anime. It's supposed to not make sense sometimes. You're right. I'm not sure of the context of your title, but I feel that my ongoing anxiety has affected my memory and my ability to retain information. I hate it. Anybody else have had that problem? Millie? That's a fantastic topic that you're bringing up now. And my title is very broad in, the possibility for communication about it. And the thing that you're talking about, depression related memory loss or anxiety related memory loss, has been something that has fascinated me. I read this post about someone looking at a photo of themselves, at the Grand Canyon, seeing themselves with dead eyes in their, height of their depression, and not having any recollection of them ever being to the Grand Canyon. They have the photo, and the reason they know about it is because they have the photo, but they have absolutely no recollection Recollection. Why can't I say that word? Recollection? No. Recollection? No. Recollection? Is that the right one? Of the fact that they were at the Grand Canyon. You know, so in that way, depression and anxiety can not only hurts us on an active emotional level, but it can literally just wipe whole parts of our lives out. You know, even the parts of our lives that are potentially good, that can create some sort of balance inside of ourselves, where we think maybe life ain't that bad, because we forget things that can make us think maybe life ain't that bad. And it is something that's interesting, Millie. I'm curious about it as well, my friend. I think, you know, for that reason, exercise has been found to increase our memory, attention ability as well. Because it definitely does have some sort of correlative effect between how you feel on a physical level about yourself, about your current circumstance, being able to exercise regardless of those things, and how much information you retain because of your psychological state, dude. It is pretty trippy, Millie. Lol, yeah, people born in the 1970s and later have really seen it. Though I bet 90s was like the epitome, and it has been downhill ever since. I am '02, so things were okay until like 2014 or 16. Really, Chow? '02? You're 4 years younger than me? You're 19? That's a trip. I didn't know that, Chow. My youngest brother is also '02 right now. Or no, I think he's '03. Yeah, you're younger than you. Kiki doesn't play fetch correctly. Gotta drop the ball and wait, lol. I mean, she does that, but she also knows that I have a not a short attention span, but a very susceptible attention span. So bringing the ball up against me and pushing it like, hey, throw this ball. She's gonna get my attention, and then she knows how to do that, so she does. Too clever, way too clever. You're not alone at all, Millie. We're powerful people, though. Don't lose faith in yourself. Thank you for saying that, Jovan. I really do appreciate that. Especially after a particularly intense period of anxiety. Do I hear a German accent or Norwegian? South African, in fact, my friend. Thank you, friends, for letting him know as well. Now I hear the South African accent. Greetings, friend. Hey, fleas. Yeah, the fleas are really getting to me, Toasty. I'm trying to ignore them as much as I can, but it is freaking irking me. She has a lot of them. We've been bathing her in like anti-flea shampoo as well. So hopefully we get to ruin it in the next bit. Vomit lag is a good long message, if I will. If I didn't have my family, I would be truly fucked. And yes, being like the oldest millennial is just the most frustrating thing ever. Like, I literally made more money, cash, under the table at 19 than I'm being offered now of a college degree with a desire of normal things like a home membership. I know it's not South Asia, but the Illinois economy isn't that great either because of the government. I just feel you. Even though I know I probably just sound whiny, young people being held down definitely pisses me off. Slag, it's what we're facing right now, and we're facing it in the millions. You know, the hundreds of millions. That's the part that's like mind-baffling. It's not the fact that we are facing these hardships, but the fact that hundreds of millions of people are having to face these hardships at the same time. That is the part that's completely unacceptable. Millie, yeah, you're not alone. My anxiety greatly affects my memory. Is SA as dangerous as the media says? It is statistically one of the most dangerous countries. Yeah, dream. Is your brain trying to protect you, but it ends up making us freeze up more? It will get better. Kiki. Kiki, you need to give me some space. The fleas is too much. You don't sound whiny. In my personal opinion, I see you as basically South Asia, but with more money in the hands of corporate and some slight benefits. Where I went to school full time and had 3 part-time jobs to distract me from ever-growing student loans. Became aware of this and got control of it early, but I feel for those who got sucked into the trap. Again, millions and millions of people are getting sucked into that trap right now. I don't have it. You're gonna knock my glass over, Kiki. It's really a trap, it is. Edmund, come up here and go ice snow sledding with me. That sounds like a good offer. Speaking of cannabis, I finished off the canna cookies and now I'm taking a tea break until my move is finished. Helps keep me honest, Melt fam. I'll try to, Dan. Oh, October is coming along as well, so we're gonna have to do sober October soon. So you're gonna have to keep me honest on the other side, Dan. I look forward to it, yeah. Yeah, maternity leave is bad too. Maternity leave is bad. Like, the fact that you don't get enough maternity leave in certain countries, or the fact that maternity leave is a thing is bad. Yes, you're talking about the former. Honestly, it feels like we're totally hanging out right now, and it's awesome with you all. It's awesome with you as well, Psycho Bradiac. This is exactly what it's about. We are hanging out, having conversations, sharing a space. Melting more, if you will. 100% I opted out of college with zero regrets, but my girlfriend went and now has hundreds of thousands plus of debt, but we're about to have to start somehow paying off. I also had to opt out of, college. It was something that was kind of a decision I had to make. My dad was also like, you can't go to college, but you're going to have to, get a loan on your own name. And I was like, yeah, nah. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go and work instead. And then I did. And here we find ourselves. I had this moment again with inside of myself where I was asking, I was like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Am I doing the right thing? I'm trying to hide the ball underneath the cushion pillow. She's just relentless. She didn't know where I thought. Okay, there she saw it. I'm not quite trapped, but I truly desire more education, and I haven't figured out how to circumnavigate it. Education should be free. You're supposed to get paid to study even. If you want people to really educate themselves, really get a passion for it, you pay them to study. Because if you're going to pay them to study, then they'll actually have an incentive to. Kiki, some people go to the military just to, receive enough money so that they can go and study. Also that they can, study through the military as well. It's so unfortunate. It's crazy. Sounds like a blast. Yeah, it does actually. I haven't seen snow, so it sounds like even more of a blast. Are there really no Always Sunny fans who got my milk steak reference? I don't think so. I'm sorry, Dan. All of our collective heads, it has been, passed over. Rip stream. Did the stream fail? Maybe on your side, it's insane. I'm still seeing more comments coming through underneath it. I got it, poopsie. Oh no, Lord, lost y'all. I hope it's still working. Rest in peace. I see a lot of rips. Welcome to capitalism, lol. Kiki, please, Kiki. Please, give me some space, please. Kiki, please. Oh, there goes my glass of water. Oh, okay. Let's continue. I know, and I just steadily gaining interest too. That's the craziest part. It's like, oh, you think you can now retreat into the jungle, live your own life? No, dude. You have to, Kiki, you have to pay your loans, otherwise you're just going to have more loans to pay when you eventually decide to. You just have to pay loans, yo. That's your life now. No. Welcome to capitalism. Yep. Some companies pay for education. My work does so much a semester, so I'm talking I'm taking one class at a time. It's silly. Kiki. Kiki. Relax now. Some companies pay. Okay, ordered one. It's silly how hard one has to search for opportunities, but they are out there. I'm happy that you have that opportunity at least, Jovan. The fact that you get to have that opportunity it's already, as you're saying, a blessing, because it is so hard. the fact that it is hard is something that's not supposed to be that way. Education is the only way that we can close the gap between us. Whatever it is. The brain is the only part of the body to name itself. That is true, Sloth. That is true, my friends. Bye, guys. Frozen my end mouth. Stream died right at my comment about my buddy from Holland. Stream would die right on my comment. Damn. I mean, catch it on the YouTube, silly. That is true. That is true. Toasty. I'm guessing that the stream might be over. Okay. FBIO. I don't know what that means. But this thing is still telling me, yeah, you're still streaming. I'm happy that you friends ended up sending some messages. It's so weird that it does it though. Like it kind of bamboozles me. Fortunately, I got to answer all of the messages though. I got to read the ones that did come through. So maybe that's the silver lining we get to see through. I do think I'm going to end the stream here though. I feel like it has been a little bit chaotic with Kiki not allowing me any space. Like I wonder as well, you know, like how much of the distractions, the potential things that take some information away from my potential to process, how much that influence the things I choose to say, and how does that now in turn influence the things I will be able to say later. You know, the less distractions I have and the more informations I have, plural information, the more information I have, the more educated, the more full decisions I'll be able to make as a result of that, right? It's a constant growth process. I look forward to growing with you, friend. I don't know if you're here, Toasty. Are you here, Toasty? Toasty? Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you sharing the space. Or my sister. Or my non-identifying friend. You are loved. Lovable. And loving. And worthy of love always and forever. I hope you know that. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.